Hi, this is Jees. This is April 10, 2020, Friday, 9:30 p.m. CST. Today, as I said, it's a Friday, and all across the globe, Christians celebrate Good Friday, commemorating the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. We started off the day with really bad numbers. All across the globe, the number of deaths were really alarming, and it was sending this signal to us that the pandemic is, at least in some parts of the world, it is not contained very well, and it is spreading. Before I go into the numbers, I wanted to give an update on myself. I am doing perfectly healthy. I'm staying indoors most of the time, social distancing, and I'm outside. I go for a mild walk or workout in the morning, and I come home and then stay and do whatever responsibility that I had fulfilled on that day. And apart from that, I went for shopping today. I went to two places basically, one to Costco and to Whole Foods. Both of the places are really, really amazing. When I looked at the infrastructure they have built up in a couple of days in order to campaign for this Covid-19 uprising in the number of people who will be coming to the store, how to ensure the store's employee protection as well as the protection of the people who are coming into the stores. All of these people have installed screens across the checkout counter, so the person standing behind will not get affected, and the person who is standing on the other side, like the customer, also doesn't get infected. In Costco, the screen is really, really large, so you have a small vent to pop in your card to the machine, and that's the only space you have. Even you can use the Apple Pay or Android Pay just by the small gap that we have near the machine. That's all the entry location that you have. And they no longer give you the receipts on your hand, though they try to give you in a non-intrusive. They try to put it in somewhere so that you can pick it up at the exit. Nobody checks. Usually they used to check how many items are they used to score with a pen. They no longer does that, and that person who stands at the counter at the exit is behind a shielded location, so he also does not get affected. All these people, all the employees, mostly all the employees were wearing masks as well as gloves while handling all the stuff at the store. There was no shortage of any stuff that I could see in Costco. All the stuff, including the water bottles, tissue papers, were all bountiful. You can find all of them even online. You can go them and get them. That's like perfectly fine. All people, most of the people are following the social distancing norms. I should say that I should appreciate all these people. And during the checkout, you can see that they have clearly demarcated the location where people can stand, and so that you have social distancing always maintained by the CDC recommendations behind and in the front, so that people don't crowd up during in the checkout counter. Also, there are no much of crowd to start with, but I think that's a great measure in order to have all these people standing in line in a separated by the standard norms of distancing. That's great. So there are a lot of stuff. Only thing that was missing out was hand sanitizers and then the napkins. That is the only thing that I did not find there. Apart from that, everything was really great. Talking about Whole Foods, I wanted to really appreciate these people. They were really, really helpful. So when I parked there, within 2 to 3 minutes, they were in my car. They got all the stuff that I wanted. They did not even replace any of the stuff. So that means that everything is there in the store. So there is no need to panic. You need to have a means to go and reach out to them. That's the only thing that you have to do. You can find all these things. They came over to my car. They asked me to open the car, and then they placed everything by themselves. They did not let me touch any of the things that I usually carry them. So they told me that they'll drop in the car. I have seen these people. They are all, I have seen them before. They are all wearing the masks and protective gloves and all that. I know that they are taking extraordinary precautionary measures. Also, their workload has at least doubled in order to go through all these hassles of cleaning and disinfecting and all that. I really appreciate all these people. Talking about this appreciation, I wanted to extend the appreciation to a lot of people who are working for this COVID-19 and in the city, around the world. The doctors, the nurses, the hospital personals, the first responders, the city, the cleaning crew in the city. They keep the city really clean. And other people, including the people who are delivering stuff, they are doing an excellent job. I think I wanted to extend my earnest, thankful note to each of these people. You guys are doing something which is amazing. When I was passing nearby a hospital near my city, they have written in bold letters, heroes work here. Literally, they are the heroes who work around the clock, taking and protecting people as it is their own. This is a great service to the community as well as to the humanity in a broad sense. I think we will talk about the numbers really quickly. So this is the total number of cases. So as you can see, total number of cases is tipping closer to 1.7 million. So it is like 400 short of 1.7 million. 94,000 new cases. 102,734 people have died of COVID. That is the first time that is coming over 100,000. Sadly, just today. It is 6% of all the people who are infected, according to the numbers that we have. 6,971 people died today of COVID. 376,000 people have recovered, and that accounts for 22% of the people. So this number is really, really huge, and then we believe that this number has to be really going up in order to see the depression of the numbers and the death toll. 1.2 million people are actively battling the disease. 71%, that is 71% of the people that we have. 49,000 people are having critical care condition. I think that is roughly 3% of the people are actively battling this in life supporting systems. That is really important. I think we wanted to keep the number of people who are going into this life supporting systems, including the ICU, ventilator, and BiPAP machines, we want to keep them as low as possible so that the hospital infrastructure is not stressed by the numbers that we have. We are seeing all those numbers because of the large number of recognition and the number of people who has comorbidities. We wanted to contain the disease as long as possible because there are limitations by which you cannot extend this support beyond the support of this ventilator. You do not have a lot of things to do at this moment. This medical intervention is really not there yet. There are a lot of studies going on, but I think non-interventions has come properly fitting in place at the moment. So we wanted to focus on the 3% of numbers. So now I'll go to the by country, the cases by country. So United States has 502,000 people. 33,752 people were infected today, at least recognized today. That number is going up. At least one thing that we have to remember clearly in this place is that this number is not going up. Every day you have somewhere around 30,000 to 33,000. So that is really promising because we have seen a plateau. So I think at least from this standpoint, the rate is not increasing. So it's constant. The number of people who are getting infected is constant. So that's like really great. So so we want to really see these numbers coming down. Maybe will come down in a couple of days because most of the numbers are not coming from exactly from New York anymore. Michigan and New Jersey is adding a lot of numbers into this pool actually. So second, Spain, 158,000 people, 5,000 were added today. That number remains stationary. I think they also have hit the plateau on the top. The sooner we do the social distancing, that is going to come down. It's a downhill battle. Italy, 147,000 people, 3,951 people were infected today. France, 124,000 people were infected in total. 7,100 people were infected today. That number has gone up. Italy, one of the promising things is that this number is coming down. That's really promising. This has been coming down since like 4 to 5 days or more. That's like really promising. France, we do not know yet. As I mentioned yesterday, this is really hard to comprehend. These numbers go up and down every day. Probably there is a trend that is, at least we are not seeing it. Germany, 122,000 people, 3,936 people were infected, identified positive today. We are seeing a great strength of the German healthcare systems here. These numbers are dropping. Earlier this was at the 4th position. Today they swap places. France is going to the 4th place and Germany coming down to the 5th. So we'll jump quickly into the number of deaths by country. Italy has seen the largest amount of death. 18,849 people have died. 570 people died today. That number is again going down, so that's really promising from the side of Italy. This number is going to see, we hope to see that this number is going to come really down in a couple of days. United States, on the other hand, 18,747 people were dead in total. 2,035 people were dead today. I think that is the largest toll that we had ever had for the United States. Even though the curve is flattened, this number is slightly going up. So we will have this number coming down in the coming days. That is one of the hope that we have. These numbers are not just coming from New York. New York, the number is actually dropping little by little. New Jersey is the state that we have a higher number of deaths these days, along with Michigan, that is having higher death rates. Spain, 16,081 people have died so far. 634 people have died today. That number remains constant. Spain is the country that mostly stabilized both the number of deaths as well as the number of cases. We wanted to see this number coming down really. France, on the other hand, 13,197 people are dead. 987 people have died today. That number is coming down from 1,000 over from that of yesterday. I think this number, we will have to see watch the France numbers really carefully. These numbers jump all over the place, and hopefully these numbers will stabilize and settle in one place, and then we hope that place to be at the lower side of the mountain. United Kingdom is having troubles at the moment. 8,958 people have died today. 980 people have died. 8,958 people died total. 980 people have died today. That is the largest by the number that they have so far. So I'm not extending the talk today. I think we are hoping for better numbers. At least in United States, we will see the continuum of the same numbers for a couple more days. Number of deaths might vary slightly, but number of cases we hope to have decreased very much in coming days. Spain, France, we hope to see the decrement. UK, we have to stop this growth somehow. Spain is remaining constant. Italy is coming down, so that's all great news. So I will not add anything more to the video today. Today I will add one video that was posted by the New York Times that is appreciating the people, the first responders, the police, and the active military people in New York. At every day 7 o'clock they come outside and then clap for these people in appreciation of their work. So we wanted to really look at that and then take a moment to understand the pain as well as the hope, meeting on sidewalks. That is great to see. So see you all tomorrow. Bye.